Alright, today is July 22nd. It's a Monday, 2019, and this is a quick little update to the garden. It hasn't really been changing too much in the past few weeks. Not as much of a huge change as it was from spring to summer, that's for sure. So here's the tomatoes. They're doing fine. They're doing about the same. They're a little bit bigger, but they're growing about to the top of the trellis, and then they're kind of coming over to the side, which is fine. There's a lot of big tomatoes. We've been harvesting them a lot. It's been nice. These ones are nice. They're like really meaty. There's not much water in them. I think they'd be good for sauces and stuff. I just like to eat those ones. These ones are more like traditional tomatoes. They got a lot of the wateriness to them. Not a big fan of that, but I know a lot of people are. The peppers are doing well. I kind of moved everything around a lot. I'm trying to take advantage of the neutral space in here, of how it's a little shadier to get like that coleus in there. And I put the hydrangea in here. Back there's the pothos. Over here I put this. I think this is a calathea, isn't that what it's called? But it's not doing all that well, caladium. It's not doing all that well over there. So since I put it over here, it's doing a lot better. It's starting to pop back up, which is nice. See, the peppers are doing pretty okay. I'm hoping to get at least like a couple bell peppers, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna. Well, I'm sure I will. I just harvested a bunch of the banana peppers that were on this. I made them, I pickled them. Did about 6 jars of pickles a couple days ago. And these guys are spicy, like holy hell. I didn't think they would be that bad, but they're pretty spicy. See, this is the avocado. I moved it over here to give it a little bit more morning sun and a little bit less afternoon sun because I felt like it was burning a little bit. And it's been doing better now. It's got a ton of new leaves. Okay, let's back up. All the sunflowers are pretty much done for, except for one over there I'll show you. I'm just kind of letting them stay because the birds like to like to munch on the leaves. And it's fun seeing them back here. Really pretty yellow-breasted ones. The morning glories have been going absolutely bonkers the past probably about 2 weeks. They're just this really pretty painted purple. These guys aren't coming up as much anymore, but I got a couple right here. Sorry if I clear my throat a lot. Got a little tickle in my throat this morning. The begonia has grown a lot. It was kind of stayed at about the same size for about a year, but it's doing really well now. I like it. This oxalis back here is just going nuts. So I'm gonna try to see if I can't get it into a pot by itself. I think it'd look really cool just as a potted plant inside. So the beans, I think, are on their last leg. I think they only last really through spring. They're still producing little beans and little flowers here and there, but it's not as much as they were during spring. And the zucchinis are just going bonkers still. Actually, what inspired me to do the video today was I found this guy. In comparison to my hand, pretty good size. All the rest of them have been like little fingerlings. The rest have been just kind of like that one down in there. So I'm really glad to get a couple big ones because of all the foliage. I didn't even notice that little guy growing. I got a squirrel above me screwing with me. See, so this is the last sunflower that's really left doing its thing. And it's a really pretty one. That mammoth up there I'm gonna have to harvest soon. I don't want it to fall over the edge. So it's kind of hard to tell, but if you can see up here, like I wanted, the morning glories are overtaking the tree up along the fence. All those big old white and purple flowers up there. Picture's not the best in here because it is morning. And every once in a while we get like a pretty purple one like that. See, this little area is just covered in them too. It's giving me ideas for next year. What I think I'm going to do is put a trellis up from this fence post all the way to about here, and then have it like that. I think it'll also protect whatever I put over here from the afternoon sun. Now that these big branches aren't here, like the afternoon sun, it gets about 2 hours more than I kind of want it to. That's why some of the plants back there didn't do all that well. They get like a sliver of sun that just kills them right there for about 2 hours longer than they would have. But that's alright, I'll fix it next year. The only thing that was really got hurt was that artichoke right there. Really didn't do well, which is a shame. And that pepper back there is like back and forth between death and alive. See, the onions are doing pretty well. I think I have to harvest them soon. I need to look that up. There's little onions. And then this guy, I felt down in there, and there's a good sized onion in there. Maybe the size of like a small baseball. It's not amazing, but. And in here, we got all the cherries going in, the wild ones from last year's crop from the compost. That's kind of fun. Still don't know what this guy is. He kind of just popped up in there. Basil's doing fine. Purple basil came back a lot. I'm really happy about that. See, the strawberry patch is growing. I need to tame those runners, bring them in before they root themselves in there. And I think I'm going to be pulling up these cabbages soon too. I want to throw in some pumpkins, but I might be too late. I think if I get some that are already pre-grown from the nursery, it shouldn't be too bad. See, the roses are getting up new little bits. There's a new little rosebud on there. That's really exciting. It's really far down on the plant. See, this guy's doing a lot better. The honeysuckle. I think this is the honeysuckle. Either that's the honeysuckle or that is, but I think that's the jasmine. See, the German thyme down there is doing well. This guy that I still don't know the name of is doing great. The corn is just doing fantastic. Like, there's just one stalk of corn over there that's huge. The stem itself is almost the size of a pool cue. The compost is coming along really well too. I just gave it a new mix, and when I did all the weeding in the garden, it got a nice boost, especially from all those cabbage leaves. There's not really too much. Like I said, hasn't been really changing too much in the past few weeks, but I'll definitely be changing again here soon. I'm going to be harvesting and pulling things up in the next few weeks, and then I'm going to miss all my foliage. I got this. I don't know if I had this in the last video. Got this vining plant. These really beautiful pink flowers. I'm going to make a trellis for it, but I figured it'd do well over here. A little okra. I cooked some of the ones I harvested for. I think I harvested them too soon or too late, because they were just woody and chewy. It felt like I was chewing on a stick with weird tiny garbanzo beans inside. It was not the way okra usually is for me. So I got the sage down there. Try to get more things off the porch. So I still got this cactus, which has grown a lot. It was one of those Walmart purple spray painted cactuses that was about yay tall. You can see about tall it was when we got it. So all that green is new growth from the past, maybe I think we've had it about 2 years. This guy's doing well, getting up new branches, and I'm happy about that. Pothos back there is doing fantastic. It's gotten like 3 or 4 new leaves since I put it back there. Really likes it, which is cool. A piece of mint is doing fine. I didn't think it would. Kind of looking back there. But yeah, this is the garden view. Another shot of it. Next year is just going to go fantastic now that I really know where everything's going to be. I'm going to specialize it down a little bit more and plan it out just a little bit more than I already did. But over there will all be along that big side. I'm going to make almost my own fence out of morning glories. And something else, I don't know. Something fast growing like that. Next year I think I'll focus more on foliage and flowers than vegetables. Most likely what my plan will be is keep this over here tomatoes, because they did really well right over here. They got just the right amount of sun. I think this will all be peppers instead of just a couple. I'll do a whole line of peppers. And then all along the fence, which was the plan this year, but I didn't do it. Something happened. Oh, it was the hailstorm. Oh, I forgot about that. It's gonna go all along the edge. Right there is just gonna be nothing but sunflowers, like that big one. And these big guys, now that I know what they like. Over here, I'm still not sure, but hopefully by next summer, this strawberry patch will have at least come to here. I'd like here to there to just be a strawberry patch. If it gets bigger, that'd be fine, but I'm probably gonna plant it out, because what I'm also gonna do next year is take these little chunks of wood that I put in there. I boarded this whole thing up along the edges with just one pallet, so I'd be kind of creative. Next year I'm going to get some 2x4s and raise it up probably about 1 foot up, and just have about a 1 foot flower bed, planter box here, here, and here. And so that way I can get soil and water retention down a little bit. That was my biggest problem this year, has been water retention, not enough mulch, which was my fault. I've never done a in-ground garden since I was a kid with my mother. So this will definitely improve next year. But I guess I'm done talking. It's over 10 minutes. This was supposed to be a 5-minute video. Alright. It is July 22nd, Monday, 2019. And this is the update to the garden.